Alright, what's up everybody? Cheesy here, welcome on in. So I'm sure most of you have heard by now about the unintended interaction that B1 has within this Naboo raid. I know I've seen a couple videos about it, read a lot of comments where people just kind of, in the videos I've just seen them kind of go over what the gist is of how it's done. I haven't seen a lot of deep dives into like what kind of modding, what's going on and whatnot. So I just thought I'd create a video about what I'm doing here to make sure that I get the max score on this. Real quick, if you're unfamiliar with what's going on here and how this is going to work and what's going on, is B1 has, again, a specific interaction with a new raid mechanic for this Naboo raid, where you're going to have the option after every 2 waves to go up to space, select a specific ability, it brings you back down. But you can have, there's another 4th ability where you come back down to the ground so you can get a scope of what's going on, so you can pick and choose your ability best when you're in space. So what happens is if you can get B1 to take a turn when it's the space battle, you can kind of see it through the UI, but there's little ship here with R2-D2 there, and it's B1's turn, evidenced by the blue ring under him. You can go up to space, come back down, you get more stacks. You can see him at 119, we go up, come back down, we're at 125. So with that, he just keeps ramping up his offense, and you just nuke waves after a little bit. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at here. Let me go in and start diving into the mods and the strategy and kind of what's going on with this. So taking a look at here, first of all, the team that I am running is this here B2, B1, Droidica, IG-100 Magna Guard. I'm running those 4 because I don't have stat, and because I do the Maul, Sidious, Nuke, Gunray 3-man team to get the max score there. So that just leaves me with these guys left over. And the most important thing to start with is B1's speed, because like I say, he needs to take that turn at the space battle. So currently I've got him here at just a 293. Again, you're going to want him fast, probably faster than this, honestly, just at this relic level. This is doable. It seems like at this difficulty, the enemies are probably 270, 280-ish speed. So as long as you're above that, you're good. But you probably do want to be shooting for like 300 or higher. I have heard people mention that if they do higher than this relic tier, the enemies are just going before them. So if you're going to try a higher tier, you're going to have to find a way to ramp your speed up higher than the enemies. But around the relic 3 tier, I said 293 has been working for me. I do want some offense on him as well. So that's why he's at 9,016 offense here. Because honestly, one of the toughest things about this here is just getting through the first 2 waves. If you get through the first 2 waves and B1 takes the turn, you're essentially done. But the trick is getting to that point. It can be tough. So that's why, here I'm rocking offense set, speed receiver here, offense on the triangle, offense on the cross, with an offense set, and then just paired it with 2 mods here that just had good speed and good offense on it as well. And then, of course, this one works is when we're going back and forth, adding on your droid battalion stacks. Each stack gains 2% offense. You'll see here, I went really far overkill. I did 1,000 stacks, spent way too much time doing it because I've got too much time on my hands. So that's plus 2,000% offense. We just obliterated everything. After that, I'm going to say the next key component here, if you're just using these 4, Droidica. Droidica is key in putting out extra damage to get through the waves faster, and again, just survive through the first 2 waves. Because with Droidica here, whenever he has damage immunity, he has a 35% chance to assist. So that's going to be huge, because he can put out lots of offense. You don't need him too fast. He's also going to build up stacks of charge, plus 5% offense. And another key thing to note here is Droidica is going to have plus 50% speed unless it has damage immunity. So if he doesn't have damage immunity, he's got 50% extra speed. So be careful that when modding him, when you go in and look at his speed, like mine's at 180 here, you get on 50% of that, he's at 270. Make sure that that 50% number is not higher than your B1, otherwise you have some trouble. On a few runs, Droidica took the turn, instead of B1, and that just kind of ruined it there, and I had to restart. So watch out for that. Down here on the offense, 8540. If we want to dive into the exact mods here, again, another offense set. Do have a potency set here. Don't know how necessary that is. Again, offense triangle, offense, arrow as well. My bad, I got that backwards. And then offense cross. And taking a look at B2's mods here, I mean, nothing too particular. He doesn't need to be fast. You know, with his uniques here, he's going to take extra turns whenever a separatist is damaged by attack. He'll have a 40% chance and another chance to reset his cooldown. So you don't really need to focus on speed. Maybe just some durability. And again, I'm throwing on more offense here because I need to put out damage to survive the first two waves. So you can see health and protection together was 122-ish thousand. He's only 168 speed, damage 65, 67. We go here to the mods. Again, another offense set. Offense arrow, offense triangle, whatever the shapes are. Offense cross. So those three I did have to specifically mod for, make sure they're working. Magna Guard here, he's just, I mean, he's going to tank, which is great. But like, he's not going to be putting out damage. He's not really taking a lot of turns. I even remod him for this. So with this here, his health and protection combined, 174,000, 156 speed. Like, he's just going to be there, throw up his taunt, take some damage when possible. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what the modding here looks like. So again, B1, fast as possible. Make sure he is getting turns before the enemies here. Droidica, damage immunity, key. Get assists. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive on into the footage that I have got here that I recorded a little bit earlier in the day. Let me slide this up so I can maneuver this here. All right, where did this... It's going to start here at the beginning. All right. Cool, so again, doing the Relic 3 real quick. I am sorry. When I recorded this footage earlier, I did not realize that my recording software's default setting is no sound. So, sorry there's no gameplay audio, and you're just stuck listening to me. But let's go ahead and dive on in and take a look at this here. So when I'm getting in, again, B1's taking the turn first. Perfect. He's faster than all these other enemies. Like I said, I think they're about 270, 280-ish. So he's going first. Awesome. Now, one thing real quick here. So the guy with the locked mechanic here, he has a cleanse ability. He'll always do it first. And again, he will cleanse Droidica's damage immunity, which is key to making sure we can survive. So what I'm doing here, if my Droidica is taking a turn before him, is I'm going to use my 6 stacks of charge. That's going to give me some extra damage there. And I'm going to use the middle ability here, just nuke out a droid. Just get rid of one. That's less people attacking me. Boom. Done. He's gone. And then I'll show you kind of another way to make sure you... Okay. So when he uses cleansing ability, he throws up his grenade, and all the enemy has offense up. So if you see that they have offense up, he's done his cleansing ability. No problem. It's just another easy way to tell. So you don't have to be watching for his specific animation. Working my way through here. These other B1s have AoE attacks, which sucks. Like I said, my B1 is already down to just 58 stacks. Like, we're getting shredded here. We're going to pop the damage immunity there. So again, it's just battling like normal, working on getting through the wave. Do what you can to... I mean, there's a little bit of RNG that Droidica's only got a 40% chance to bonus attack. But I've noticed that if you don't have it, he gets wiped. It's a little bit easier here. See, attacking, boom. And so yeah, it's just kind of working through the waves, trying to get through them as quick as you can without losing your B1 stacks. Because obviously if you lose B1, you are going to be out of this here. I'm only at 46. But look, you can see, Droidica comes in and attacks, we're mowing down their health a lot quicker. So again, damage immunity got cleansed, which means now I don't have the extra assists, but I still need to get through them as quick as possible. One thing I have noticed is the command droid, the one who has that mechanic, he does not have an AoE. So if you can just get it down to him, you don't have to worry about AoEs at all and getting down your B1 again. So again, new wave, because you'll notice when new waves start, let me see if I can slow this down. When new waves start, everybody's turn meter resets. We couldn't quite see it here, or at least it does on the space wave. I'll go over it again there. But B1's taking the turn. Awesome. And again, this command droid, he's going to have a cleanse to start with no cooldown. So if your droidica goes first again, like I said, I had it available, but not going to do it because he's going to cleanse, and I don't need to do that. So they have offense up, they've cleansed. So next time droidica is going to take a turn, I'm good to do it. And so I said, this run actually got really dicey. As you can see, they're firing out all the AoEs there. And again, as you're doing this, always focus on the unique droids first. So get your droidica. Boom, I was able to get my damage immunity. So now we'll be able to see that he will be able to assist more. Bam, there we go. That droidica's down. More droid-on-droid violence. Another thing, real quick, while going over this, I have heard some people talk about that on mobile. It's been crashing a little bit. On PC, it's been doing just fine. This recording is on August 1st, and as of August 1st, it is not patched, so it is still currently in the game. When everybody watching this, not sure what's going to be going on then. But again, we can see my B1 is only down to 29 stacks, so he's kind of hanging on by a thread here, which is kind of where I was saying, like, just getting through the first two waves is the hardest part. But as soon as you survive it and B1 takes that turn, it's essentially game over. So we're going to go with the droidica damage immunity. So now he's going to assist. Boom, attacks there. B1's down to 14 stacks. I'm not super proud. And then the damage immunity got cleansed. And so now we're just hoping that some RNG works out a little bit in my favor and I can manage to get through here. Which obviously I do. But working through down to 12. I'll be honest, it didn't look good. I didn't think I was going to make it on this one. And as I said, so this is why, again, I'm stacking up a lot of offense here, because these are just mishmash droids, leftovers. There's no leader ability. There's not a lot getting them going. So they have to do all the work on their own. Again, that's why if you're having trouble surviving, maybe, get the speed to get B1 taking turns more, or probably you need to start looking at putting some damage and offense out in other places. And so, again, I'm down to 10 stacks here, 2 stacks. I was real nervous. But as long as we can get out this B1 here and just get down the command droid, we're good. Because, again, he doesn't have an AoE. So we'll be able to not worry about it, have like kind of a 1 in 4 chance at the moment that he won't attack B1, and we'll be good. So I'm feeling real good down to this destroy. All right, and so we can see starting here, so that was 2 waves in, starting the wave, I'm at 11 stacks, and it's B1's turn. Again, evidenced by the blue ring under him. And so now, this is just up to how much patience and determination you have of how many stacks of B1 you want. Again, I did this, I'll speed it, because I did this for 8 minutes apparently. Because I want 1,000 stacks, because 1,000 stacks is fun. I know 800 stacks, it can get it done. I'm sure 500 stacks would have been great. So let me go ahead and speed up through 8 minutes of this here. Yeah. You can see his stacks just slowly going up. But yeah, 8 minutes of just clicking 2 buttons. Overkill. You probably don't need to do that. So let's get to the point where we are getting here. Come on. All right. Boom. So B1 over 1,000 stacks here. So that's plus 2,000% offense. And again, he's going to take his turn. I've got the massive damage. That's the one I went for. And boom, just everyone's dead. And because I went with the massive over damage, everyone else can just come in and clean it up. Everything just ends in like two turns. B1, done. Droidica will come in, finish him off. And then again, we're going to have another space wave, and B1's taking the turn again. So technically, if you did like 300 stacks and you felt like that was a little low, but you got through those 2 waves, you should have an opportunity to stop, kind of like a pit stop, get it up again, get going, and kind of revamp it a little bit. But yeah, we're just nuking everything out here. Whole team, goodbye. Like I said, I think it's a lot of fun. And it's taken a team, I think before I was keeping track, I was getting like 175,000 out of this team to, as long as you get your mods right and get that RNG a little bit, survive the first 2 waves, you're going to get 900,000. Or if you can figure out how to do it in higher waves than this, it's just the potential is even that much higher. One thing I think is funny is we're getting through this wave so fast that IG Magna IG 100 still has us massively overpowered. He has yet to even take a turn, and we're just here nuking everything, and boom, that's the raid. So a little bit of setup, modding, working hard to make sure you survive the first 2 waves, and you're good. And so we skip on ahead, and yep, there we go. 900,000 with 4 leftover separatists, and yeah, that's all it is. I mean, will it be patched? Probably. I mean, I hope it won't. It seems like a very specific thing. I don't know how they would intend to fix it, since it's kind of taking a turn. I'm not any good at coding, so who knows what I know. But yep, that's it. Just survive the first 2 waves. Make sure B1 goes first, and have a little bit of patience and stack up those battalion stacks. Get that 900,000, whatever you're doing, get your max score. But other than that, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much. Remember, it ain't easy being cheesy. Have a good day.